Hi, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. It's Signa, and today we are going to talk about how to create your own courses. Make sure to give this video a like, it really helps me out. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Right, let's get into it. Online courses are so amazing. I am personally addicted to them. I literally learn everything online, and I really believe that, like, if you wanna learn some skill, you should always take a course on it if you wanna make your journey shorter and make less mistakes, because you can always find someone who's already done it or who is already successful at it, and either find if they have a course or if they can mentor you. So online courses are really great, and I feel like 2020 was a year when everything shifted online anyways, and this year everyone really wants to learn new things. So because we're still on a lockdown in UK, a lot of people are learning online, and I know many people who actually started learning in university this year because they decided that they are at home and they can learn. I know a lot of people who started learning new skills through other online courses, not just university or college. So I feel like this year, 2021, everyone are learning online, or like a lot of people want to learn new skills. So that's a great time if you're thinking about starting an online course to get it uploaded to the internet and get it out there. And I'm gonna tell you how to do it step by step. I have done my own courses before. I've done face-to-face. I have an online course as well. It's a very specific skill set that is not online business or anything like that. And the market is very niche, but it works. There's one disclaimer that I wanna give, and that's because there is a lot of gurus talking about starting online courses, and there's a lot of people who make their money off of online courses, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I feel there's such a fine line when someone is teaching a certain aspect of how to make money, and they're making most of their money on selling the course, not actually doing the things that they teach in there. Unless, I guess, if the course is like how to make money with courses and they're making money selling you the course. I don't know, do you know what I mean? It sounds like a pyramid scheme. So I do want to give a disclaimer that firstly, you should be knowledgeable in something, some kind of skill set. You should be very confident in it before you start teaching it, and you don't have to be an expert in it. You should be further than the audience that you are selling to. So for example, you don't have to be an expert race car driver to teach people how to drive, but you should be very comfortable on how to drive, right? And secondly, you should be wanting to help people. So it's not only about making money, because there are easier ways to make money, but if you do want to help people and advance their skill set, and you get this like fulfillment out of seeing people's results, then teaching is a great thing. But there's a lot of work that goes into it, and if you don't enjoy it, it's gonna be really miserable. Plus your students will feel as well that you're not really wanting to be there. So those are my little disclaimers. But if you're still confident that you want to create a course, then listen on. So the first thing that you should do is start with the outcome, and the outcome means that something that you want the students to have at the end of the course. So like a result. And if you're teaching how to lose weight, they should be able to, the outcome would be like that they've lost 10 kilograms in 8 weeks or something. So try to figure out an outcome that your clients or students want and that you can provide them with the course. Secondly, once you have your outcome, you should plan out the step by step. And this is something that a lot of course creators, like, they do. That's my personal preference, of course, but there's a lot of like fluff out there. So instead of just putting a actionable short course together, they put together this massive like 1,000 hours and things like that, that are just talking about overall general situation, industry, the skill set, something like that. But it should be very, I prefer a course to be rather short, but giving me step-by-step, actionable, do this right now to get the same result as I did. Not like, do this, and then maybe that won't work for you, but try this. And like, it's just too confusing. So try to think of a step-by-step system and outcome from beginning till the end to get the outcome that you want for your students. And honestly, it does not have to be massively like long videos, but it should be every detail covered to have that necessary outcome. Not just like I'll forget about a couple of like steps and those were the most important steps, you know, like, and you don't have the result by then, right? For example, if you're teaching weight loss and you're saying like everything about your diet, you're giving them 14-day plan on diet, and then you say on one video that also you should go to gym and train, and you don't give them the step-by-step to train, they're not gonna have the same outcome. So you should have everything in there. Make sure your step-by-step, the plan, the outline would include everything for them to get the result. Number 3, once you have your outcome, once you have the step-by-step plan, it's time to actually create it. And this can take a little bit of time. I remember, you know, one of the first courses that I did, it had to be accredited by the government and things like that. So the actual manual, the outline and everything like that took me literally 6 months of writing and doing. So it can take you a lot of time. Now, if you're not in some kind of accreditation system, like a teacher or something like that, this may not take you as long, because I obviously had to, I would like government rules and things like that. So those laws and regulations took time to research and everything. But it may take you, if you do a video course, recording it, like the last time I did a video course, it took me 2 weeks to record the whole thing, and there's only 30 videos in there. Of course, some of them are quite long, but it took me 2 weeks to record them because it's really hard to kind of all the time to the video. And then secondly, make sure you do all the papers, like the manuals, the checklist, whatever you want, just create all of it. Try not to be too perfect, because right now at this stage you haven't even tested it, so you don't even know if everything works. So please keep in your mind that like you may change some of the videos, you may add to it, you may remove from it. Just get it ready so that someone could go through it and get the results to your best of knowledge. But keep in mind not to be like too perfectionist, because you are going to change that, and later down the line you're constantly going to change it. Like, even if you do an evergreen model, and evergreen means that the system, the strategy works forever and ever and ever, and there's no like new things that you have to add into it, you still have to change it, like, because your market changes and things. So just have in mind that you are going to change it anyways. It doesn't have to be perfect, but create everything that's necessary to launch it. One of the things that you can start doing at this stage when you are creating it is starting to build a traffic source and recording your journey to publishing a course. And that's a really great thing to build a need in the market, so that when you're actually launching the system, they have been with you throughout the whole journey. And when you do that, you can do that through Facebook. You can use Instagram for that, or TikTok, or YouTube, or whatever. When you're recording your journey, you can ask questions from your audience and ask like, what else would you need to know? Like, this is in my course right now. Do you feel like something is missing, or do you need something extra? Like, you can ask questions during that process of creation, which is really great. And also it builds this community of them feeling like they developed it with you, right? So they feel this sense of ownership, and of course they're going to buy it even more than. So after you have created your course, and hopefully you are sharing some journey in one of the platforms at least of you doing it, you should choose your hosting. So if you're doing a manual or a written course, I guess you don't really need a hosting as much. You can technically email people once they buy it, your like a book or a manual or something. But if you are doing a video course, as I have, you have to choose your hosting where you keep it so that your students are going step by step through it. And that can be really hard. To be honest, I have tried many hostings and I've ended up losing so much money because of all the hype that they're talking about, how they're going to sell your course and something like market it and things like that. That really doesn't happen. You can get so little sales from there, and you should not really focus on getting the sales from a marketplace. I'm talking about marketplace. What do I mean by that? You know, there's Udemy, which is a course marketplace, and they are great because they get tons of traffic, but they take a very big commission and they force you to put the price very low for them to sell it more. There's one good thing about Udemy, and that's like if you do a really short course or a really good course and you want to build a brand, I guess, then you can put your course in there, but you should think that you're never not even seeing a cent from there. That's basically a course to upsell them to another course and build a brand. So that would be a good reason to put it there. But otherwise, I feel that's my opinion, they take too much money and the courses are too cheap in there plus there's a lot of competition. Then I know there's Teachable, which is also a marketplace. Really don't have experience with Teachable because I have such a niche product that it's not really searched in a marketplace. And then there's Kajabi, which is like a private hosting. That one I found, it looks really great. I'm sure it's amazing. Like I tried it out, but it's very expensive. Like for me, like I'm not making millions out of my online courses in that specific niche, you know? So like for me, that was really expensive. But there was also Mastermind, which for me, again, it was expensive. The only good side about it was the marketplace, but you really can't count for the marketplace. And it had some things missing that like the people, I had to give like manual access to the students once they bought it, and that would create so much manual labor that's just not worth it for me. So I also tried Click. I can go on. So the best one that I found, honestly, is Kartra. It's so easy. It gives access immediately. It's super manageable. You can control how much they see of a training before they go to the second step and things like that. You can take payments in there. Just the whole thing is managed in one place, and the price is really cheap. So definitely I recommend that. I have the link below as well. You can try it out. It's only $1 to try it out. So once you have your hosting sorted and you've uploaded everything, the next step that you need to do is actually test it out. I never recommend selling a course or any kind of education thing before you actually test it out on the market, especially if you've never trained before, like if you don't know that it's actually gonna work. So you need to get beta testers, and you need to get at least like 2 of them, but ideally like 5. They should not be your friends because your friends are never gonna give you criticism, and ideally you want them to really be strangers. So what I've done personally before is I've gone to the industry Facebook groups or wherever wherever the audience is in one place in a Facebook group, and I've asked people if they want to be my beta testers for free. And then you just have to give them conditions that if they do take the course, they have to give you feedback on every step of the way, and they should, like, ideally they should give you a review, but the review should be honest. So like I always ask that they would go through it, then I make the changes, whatever they suggested, and only then once they go through it again and they say like, yes, now that's amazing, that's when I ask for the review. So it's a great way to get feedback, change the course if needed. You know it's going to be worth the money. You're not going to feel uncomfortable asking for the amount, you know, whatever you want to, because you know that it's worked for already like 2 to 5 people. And it's a great way to get reviews for your marketing as well. So definitely recommend that. Now, once you have everything, so that means you have already, your course is uploaded, you have your hosting, you have people gone through the training already, so you know it gives results, you feel confident, you feel good with the pricing, blah, 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 blah. It's time to get traffic. I feel that traffic can be one of the hardest things for some people, but ideally you should start with like free traffic in the beginning. You should build up your authority in your niche, in your industry, in whatever area you're selling the course in, through like free platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, right? Those things take time. So if you start giving value in those platforms, it's going to take time before you start getting results, but it's going to be worth it because you're building for the long run. So you should definitely do that as well. But I also recommend going the way with paid traffic. And paid traffic is like Google, it's Facebook ads, YouTube ads. I think you can do ads on TikTok, anything like that. So wherever you pay to receive traffic, you can also get like buy your way into email lists of other people who have your audience. There's tons of ways to get paid traffic, and that's going to be fast, like the faster method of getting sales. But they should work together. So you should do paid traffic and you should do free organic traffic at the same time to build out your audience, because that one is going to work good for long run, and the paid one is going to give you results much faster. If you don't know how to sell, how to do Facebook ads or how to do Google ads or how to do like any paid traffic, you know nothing about marketing and things like that, don't worry, that's okay. What I would do if I was you is I would either like hire an expert, which you can do on People Per Hour or Upwork, or even like Facebook groups. Just like ask, does anyone know a really good Facebook advert person who's really like good at it, or Google ads or whatever. So you can work with them, you just pay them, they do the ads for you. Obviously do your research, because like you can lose a lot of money with wrong people. That's a video for another time. But you can also partner with actually someone who is really good with marketing. So you can find a person who maybe doesn't have their own courses. They don't know anything about them, and they are not interested maybe in creating one, but they like to market and advertise. It's actually called affiliate marketing. And I know affiliate marketing may sound like I feel like the profession or has been so ruined by all the scammers, but actually it's a great model as a partnership. So if you're really good at your craft, you're really good at this course, you love helping people, but you have no freaking idea how to get the traffic or whatever, like it's so much numbers game and blah 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 blah, the stats and everything, then partner with someone who does know how to get traffic, or who has traffic, so they have an email list in your market, or they have a YouTube channel, they have Instagram, whatever they have, like an audience. Offer them a percentage that every time someone buys through them, they get money, and they will be so incentivized to do that. And you can figure out ways to make your money back on the back end. You can sell another product to those students or something, but it's going to be really great way to partner if you don't know how to do marketing. I hope these tips really helped you. This is what I have done when I have created online courses, not face-to-face, that's a little bit different. Let me know in the comments what course you would like to create, what the topic is, or the industry, or anything like that. I would love to see your course information. And of course, don't forget to give this video a like, it really helps me out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!